Hello everybody and welcome back to Food Delivery Guru. So as you can see, it's raining today. I've been trying to get this video done for a minute now. A lot of interruptions, a lot of things going on, so I am going to get it done today. And today's topic is going to be 101 for customers. These are some tips, customers, that will help us drivers out when we are out there picking up your order. These are some of the things that frustrate us as drivers. So listen to these tips. Maybe you do them, maybe you don't. But like I said, these are the number one things that frustrate us drivers. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get into number one. The number one most important thing for you customers to be aware of is that you need to be by your phone so that if we text or we call, we can go ahead and get whatever issue is with your order, whether the restaurant is out of something and we're trying to call for a substitution, whatever the case is, we need to be able to get a hold of you. I can't stress how important that is because we're trying to get you your order in a timely manner so that we can move on to the next order and make the next customer happy by bringing them their food. So if we have issues with your order, it holds us up when you don't answer your text messages or your phone calls. I do understand that some customers, some of you guys cannot answer your phones or texts because you're at work. So if we do have an issue with your order, if we have to make a judgment call, please don't get mad at us drivers because you weren't able to answer your phone call. Now, sometimes it's really simple. I mean, sometimes like you'll ask for a Diet Coke and they might be out of Diet Coke. I say common sense isn't common. I'm gonna try to look for another diet product for you, but I can't say that for the next driver. The next driver might just go ahead and get you a full-blown Coke with all the sugar and whatever else is going on in there. So like I said, you know, we're human beings. We're making a judgment call. If you can't be by your phone or answer your text messages, we will make that judgment call. Just please don't get mad at us. All right. Number two, customers, if you think your place of employment, your apartment, your house, if you think it is hard to get to, meaning if you gave that address to a friend that you haven't seen in a while to come to your place and you think they might get lost, we might get lost. So if you can give us detailed instructions on how to get to wherever it is that we are bringing your food, that helps out 100%. Now, there's a lot of customers out there that do a great job of giving precise instructions. And I think the reason why they do that is because they know it's hard to get or find their apartment or get to their house or whatever the case is. If you're missing a curbside address or your address on your house is hard to see, you know, give us some landmarks. Let us know what kind of car is in the driveway, whether it's a white picket fence, oak tree, whatever the case is. Give us something to go by so that, you know, when we're on that street, if it's not well lit, you know, we're looking for that landmark. According to the GPS, when we get close, we can see that landmark and we know that that's you. Okay, so those things help out. Other things that help out, porch light. If you got your porch light on, those help out as well. Because it makes us know that, you know, you're kind of waiting on us to bring in your food. You know, hence this goes back to the first one, which is be by your phone. Because if you don't give us detailed instructions and we can't find your place, guess what? We need to call or we need to text to ask you where, you know, you're located because we can't find it. So, number one, being by your phone. Number two, detailed instructions so that we can find your apartment or your house or whatever the case is, some landmarks. That helps us drivers out. Like I said, we are on a mission to get you your food so that you're happy and that we can move to the next order to make the next customer happy. Because the longer we wait on the order, the longer we have issues and problems, the less money we make as drivers. And we all know that this is a rough industry. We're on a time limit. So I'm not going to get into that anymore. We are going to get into number three. All right. So number three is this is a tough subject. I'm going to talk about tips. Okay. So customers, here's the thing with tips. Me personally, I only do DoorDash, Postmates, and Grubhub. Okay. Now, from my understanding, Postmates and Grubhub give you 100% of your tips. I have not had any issues or have heard anything where these two companies don't give you 100% of your tips. Now, DoorDash, on the other hand, not necessarily so. Now, I'm not going to get into any of, those facts about how we get paid as our tips. But if you as a customer have an issue, and this is talking with DoorDash, with giving us tips online, you can always give us cash. Okay. Now, not that I'm trying to cheat our uncle in any shape, form, or fashion. I'm not, trying to, advertise cheating our uncle at all. But if you want to be sure that we get 100% of our tips, cash is the best way to do it. Okay. And I know a lot of customers don't keep cash on them, so it's kind of hard for you to go ahead and give us that tip. If you don't have cash on you. Me personally, I take 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 100 pennies, as long as it's rolled. I had a sweet little old lady the other day. She gave me a sandwich bag full of change. Okay, great, no worries. I'm still gonna take it. But cash is the best thing if you want to make sure that we are getting 100% of our tips. Here's another thing that cash does for you customers. Now, I know with the DoorDash app and Grubhub, they kind of have you put the tip at the very beginning. And it's kind of like going into a restaurant and you tipping the waiter or waitress before they even serve you. Now, to me, that's kind of dumb. I don't necessarily like that type of tipping system. So what cash does is it allows you to get your service, meaning your food. It allows you to check your food to make sure that everything is okay. And then you can tip the driver accordingly. Now, I've had a lot of customers that have done that. They'll ask me to wait, a minute or two, which I have no problem waiting a minute or two if you plan on giving me cash. There is no issues with that, okay? I think it is important. You want to make sure that you're getting the service. You want to make sure that your food is right. You want to make sure that, everything is okay before you go ahead and come up off of your hard-earned cash. I don't see a problem with that. Now, there might be some people that will disagree. Somebody's going to disagree with me regardless. I will say this, and this is a tip to drivers if you are watching this. I keep a square card with me, so, when I get those times where a customer does want to tip me and they didn't tip me on the app, and they don't have cash, I break out my square card. Hey, if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and run your card for whatever amount you want. You will get a receipt for it, and you can put tip however you want. They can write that in the comments. They will get a receipt, and we can keep it moving. So, I've had a couple of customers that have done that, and both customers, thank you very much, have given me $10 tips. So, there's a lot of ways, drivers, that you can get your tips. If the customer doesn't have cash, customers, if you don't have cash and the driver does have a square card, hey, go ahead and swipe. We will take it. We will take it. So, that is number 3. Okay. Let's talk about number 4. Number 4. This is strictly for you customers. I know we're in the industry where everything is, done on credit and done with ones and zeros and, transactions and all that stuff. Customers, you guys should be checking what you are being charged for your order. I can't count how many times a customer has told me that the last order they got overcharged by, $3 or $5 or whatever the case is, or they got charged a double order. We're dealing with apps. We're dealing with technology. Sometimes there's glitches. Things happen. I don't believe that any one of these companies would overcharge you on purpose. But you as a customer, this is your money. You should be checking to make sure that, whatever you purchased, food-wise, delivery, service charge, that everything jives and that you got charged the right amount for the service that you rendered. Like I said, a lot of customers have told me that they were overcharged. Call up DoorDash, call up Postmates, or email them, call up Grubhub, let them know. They will research it, and if they find a fault or whatever the case is, I don't believe that any one of these companies would try to cheat you. They will refund you in a minute. Okay, so this is just a little advice. Check your orders, check to make sure that you are getting charged the appropriate amount. I think that's common sense, but like I said, common sense is always common. We're very busy. A lot of times we don't even look at that stuff, but hey, you never know when something is wrong. So that's my tip number 4. Number 5, this is strictly for DoorDash, because DoorDash has a rating system. Customers, this helps us drivers out. The majority of the times when we deliver your food, if everything is good and you got your food was hot or warm and it was still good to go, you got all your utensils, your driver was polite, he thanked you for, or she thanked you for, your order today. If everything was good, please rate us appropriately. I can't stress how important, especially on DoorDash, that, the ratings that we get from you guys, 90% of the times, the only time when we get rated is when y'all are mad. Okay. That's what it's there for, especially if it's the restaurant's fault. DoorDash has, the 5-star rating for driver and restaurant. So if the restaurant screws up, rate the restaurant appropriately. If they did a good job, rate them appropriately, rate us appropriately. It is very important that you rate us, guys, because DoorDash does have a deactivation system. And for us drivers that are out there trying to do a good job, like I said, I deliver a good 10 to 15 orders a day, and I'll do that for a week, and my rating won't even move because no one is going in there saying, hey, he did a good job or he didn't do a good job. I don't know if I'm doing a good job unless you rate me on that app. Now, I do a little something different. I leave a little card that has an email with my orders, so that if there is a problem with an order and you want to suggest something, or you want to rate me and let me know where I screwed up at, feel free. Email me, let me know. That's the only way we can improve. I do this full time. So, I was in the customer service industry for over 20 years. I know what it is to take care of a customer. And no, I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes. There's days where, I'm out of sight, out of mind, and I might screw up. So I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I try to do my best to make sure that my customers are happy. And if you want to email me with any suggestions, I take all constructive criticism. I'm not too old to learn. I'm constantly learning new things in this industry. So bear in mind, our rating system, especially on DoorDash, is important. If you got a great experience with your food, please rate the driver appropriately. We all appreciate it, because like I said, the majority of the time when us drivers get rated is only when the order is wrong. So, to get that equal balance for us, so that, the ones that are struggling can keep their driving jobs, and they can learn and improve, we need those good ratings. So, or we need a rating, period. So with that being said, that is enough. Hope this video helped out. If you have any comments, please go ahead and put the comments down below. Like I said, I take all constructive criticism. And with that being said, I'm about to turn on my app because I got to go make some money. Peace.